it the one written in Bahasa Cina and the Rumi?
Yes, together. Yes.
Together.
That's
The
note.
the one written in front and back of the paper, right?
No, only one side.
Only one side.
That's right.
BM and Chinese.
That's right. That's right. And some scratch marks on it.
So you verify in the court that it's the note you saw last time.
What do you mean?
Can you verify that it's the note you saw last time?
Which time?
The first time you saw it.
Oh yeah, it's the same note, of course.
It's the same
But
note.
now they've tendered the original. They gave us photocopies earlier. But this is the original. This is the one that was sent to the chemist for examination.
And you apply to cross the interpreter.
Yes, the public prosecutor gave us a translation of the note this morning. We have got our own interpreters as well, so we require time to show this translation to our interpreter to see what our interpreter's views are.
Is it same meaning? Two versions. Your version compared with the.
Of course,
version provided
it's
by-
different. It's different. We have our own version, but as I said earlier, I've only just been shown this translation this morning, so we require time to forward this to our translator for her views on it.
That will be now.
Yeah, we're doing it now.
2 hours.
Yeah, we're doing it now. One of our juniors are going to see the interpreter.
So you have one interpreter next
So far, yes. I think a lot of it will depend on what do you call the material that is used for translation. I mean, you have dictionaries, you have all sorts of material that can help you. So the reference material will be significant.
The interpreter is the translator to translate the note, right?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
okay.
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 All right.
So when we come back, the court's interpreter will be taking a stand.
Well, I've given notice that I want to cross-examine the interpreter. So the court is trying to make the interpreter available for 2:30 this afternoon. Okay. So if the interpreter comes, we can put her on the stand. We can cross-examine her, and perhaps she'll be able to help in terms of giving us the accurate meaning to the note that was tendered this morning.
What is your name?
I'm not sure. It's just certified by a court interpreter. I'm not sure who it is. So, yeah.
It's not the one the Wong Hong Yao.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure the name is written somewhere, but I didn't have a look at it earlier. Yeah, I think the prosecution attempted to introduce a note in court this morning, which they believe is linked to this case. The IO gave evidence that he found this note after he was informed by one of the psychiatric experts to look for a note, because normally in cases of this nature, the deceased leaves behind a note. Now, what has happened is the court has admitted a note that was, or the note that was allegedly found, and also a translation of the note. Of course, that is subject to our submissions as to its admissibility later. Now, what comes across as very interesting is this. The IO accepts that this is a very significant document in this case. And I think, needless to say, all of us feel the same way. Now, he says that for the purposes of comparison, for the purposes of comparing the handwriting on the note, he sent to the chemist various documents containing handwriting to be compared, for the purpose of comparison. Now, he did not, nevertheless, he did not ascertain who wrote those notes. So basically what we have here is a situation where a note is sent to the chemist department. The chemist is asked to compare it with another note or another set of notes, but the police and the prosecution have not identified who is the actual writer of the specimen handwriting. Now, this is mind-boggling. Insofar as we are concerned, this is probably by far the most important document that has come about in this inquest. It is absurd to sit in court and hear that despite the fact that the police understand its significance, despite the fact that we have the AG himself saying that after 10 months he now feels that it is important, You come to court and you say, yes, here is the note. We sent it to the chemist to be compared with other specimens, but we do not know who actually wrote those specimens. And the witness agreed with me in court. In those circumstances, the police are unable to say for sure that this document is written by Teoh Beng Hock. And if that is the case, then of course this document ought not to be admitted for the purposes of consideration in this inquest at all.
Does the note constitute a suicide note?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think so. We're coming to the contents later. I'm not going to go into that now because I have not cross-examined on that. I'm only at liberty to speak about what has happened in court today, and I hope you understand that. But as I said earlier, I mean, if we do not know who is the writer of this document, the question which arises is, do we even need to go into its contents?
Are you challenging the authenticity?
Of course we are. Of course we are. If you can't produce evidence or you cannot show who wrote it, then naturally the logical consequence is that that document ought not to be admitted. Now, you must understand that the IO himself admitted that he was under instructions by two senior police officers throughout the investigations in this case. Now, he recognized the significance of this, and he was directed to look for specimens by which a comparison could be done. But he was never directed, or he received no direction to go to authenticate or to find out from where or who wrote those specimens by which a comparison is to be done. So the question which arises here is this. I mean, if all of us recognize the significance of this document, why was this simple part of investigations overlooked?
They explain why it took them 10 months to actually...
We have not come to that. They have not come to that. But be it 10 months, I mean, they have had notice of this document since October, I think, October last year. They've had all the time. The family of the deceased, they are represented by lawyers. I am here, Mr. Malik is here. I mean, it would have been very simple if the police actually wanted to get clarification or to confirm authenticity. That's something that they could have easily done.
Through the family?
Yeah, through the family or maybe, I mean, however else it is to be done. But the point is it could have been done. And they say they recognize that it's a significant point. But it is not done. So I mean, it's again another, I would say, another startling episode in this inquest, which has seen many of such instances since the very outset. But I'm going to be reserved in my comments because I think I've not finished cross-examination with the witness yet. There are other areas that we are going to look into, but I'm going to take instructions from the family first. The family is consistently maintained that they dispute that this is a document written by Teoh Beng Hock. I think the evidence of the IO today brings us to a point where we can make a submission that that document ought not to be admitted at all. It should be excluded from consideration. And if that is an application which needs to be made, we will be making it at the next sitting. But in the meanwhile, I'll be conferring with my learned friend, Mr. Malik, and also taking instructions from the family of Teoh Beng Hock and deciding what it is we wish to do here from.
The IO said they only used one voucher to confirm to verify the Chinese writing.
No, the IO said that they used a notebook containing notes and also a voucher.
Cash voucher.
Okay, so there were two documents that were used for the purposes of comparing the Chinese words that were found in the mysterious note.
But they don't know who
They don't know. I mean, and that's something which is...
They can't say so positively.
As I said earlier, I mean, if you can't even get through the first hurdle, which is identifying who wrote the document, then I wonder whether we need to go into the contents, we need to call interpreters and things like that, because, what's the point of having a document in court which does not relate back to anyone? And I think this is again another example of how it is. Investigations are very, very, with respect, very, very poorly conducted in this case. But anyway, that's something that I'll delve into in more detail on the next occasion.